it's becoming such a more popular topic to discuss living an embodied life or embodying ourselves or approaching certain areas of our lives or relationships from a more embodied sense. And one of the things that I often consider when trying to teach embodiment, which is essentially being aware of the felt experience of what life is now in this present moment. And a lot of patients don't even understand what that means. But if you can intellectualize what that means and are still having a little bit of a difficulty experiencing that, I like to play around with this distinction. What is the difference between thinking and experiencing? Okay? So if I ask you, what are you experiencing in this moment? And you say something like, well, I'm good. And then I say, well, that's not an experience. That's a translation of something else. And you say, well, I don't understand what you mean. And then I say, well, what is telling you that you feel good right now? Okay? My posture is comfortable. The temperature of my body is neutral. I'm neither hot nor cold. I sense a softening of my chest, kind of into my lower abdomen, almost an expansion, an opening. My breath is easy. Right? These are all things that I am experiencing. They don't require a translation. They are happening. I can sense them in my body. And notice that they're all positive aspects of experience. Because I could say, well, I don't feel any tension. Like, don't feel aggravated. Well, I'm not activated right now. Right? Or I'm not thinking about anything. And I'm not uncomfortable. Right? So, if I push into that, I would say, those are a lot of things that you're not. What are you experiencing? You're not feeling tension in your body. Do you have any sense of what would not be tension? That might not be relaxation. That might not be a word that you use. But what is there? Is there a tingling? Is there a grace, a poise? Right? Softening? Is there hardness? Right? I might not feel tense like I'm actively tensing a muscle. I may still feel a hardness, right? A rigidity somewhere. Right? And in this way, we parse out what is a somatic experience? Right? What is arising in me right now that I am aware of happening in my body versus what am I translating into a meaning or a thought? an analysis, right? An assessment, a conclusion, right? It's because we're so good. We're so good at that. So hopefully that helps differentiate some of the confusion around embodiment and what it's like to be connected with the body. And if it is helpful, consider subscribing to the channel. I'm making an effort to make more videos like this, teaching and exploring these different elements of consciousness, different elements of embodiment, relating from a more embodied perspective or orientation. And hopefully it helps. Drop a comment if you'd like to share your experience with any of these themes that we've been talking about. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.